siamare dianu jasa bueno.
There's a bit of history on this hunt. I happened to have a free week, about 10 days open up on my schedule. Grant responded and said, you know, just your luck, I actually have one. And then, you know, perhaps go to a different area, and in particular wanted to chase Sunni and red diker. This is the first hunt in Africa I've done that is 100% free range. Interestingly, we didn't shoot anything, spotting it from the vehicle. Spotting enough feeding.
Estou muito contente sobre dessas questões. Muito obrigado.
Just keep still. Exciting than it needed to be. In my mind, I wanted to shoot the first croc I saw over 14 feet, which I think Ryan probably thought I was a little bit ambitious even at 14 feet. From my perspective, it was really a tremendous experience. Wow. I want to talk a little bit about expectations for this hunt. I happened to have a free week, about 10 days open up on my schedule, and started to look at a variety of hunts that might be available. This is what happens when you're an American trying to get into Mozambique. This takes time. And I reached out to Grant at Mashambanzo Safaris. I'd met Grant at a show, a couple of shows actually, and inquired about a hippo and a croc hunt. And Grant responded and said, you know, just your luck, I actually have one.
Ryan, can you tell me why we are back at the airport?
Our cameraman failed to get his passport stamped. That one's on you.
Apparently when the customs agent checked Nico in, forgot the stamp. I knew I at some point wanted to do a hippo and a croc in the Cahora Bassa, just world renowned for, you know, the size of crocs, beautiful area. And so it just kind of all came together. And, you know, talked to them, he thought, you know, 4 days would, you know, high probability of being able to shoot a hippo and a croc. And then, you know, perhaps go to a different area, and in particular wanted to chase Sunni and red diker, two of the tiny 10.
This one's spicy.
I'll leave that one to you.
Yeah. The plan tomorrow is we'll get up whenever you want to get up, before 7:30.
Yeah.
We'll come up here and have breakfast at 7:30. Okay. By that time, I'd have launched and brought the boat round.
Okay.
Game scout's ready. My track will be ready. Everything will be good. I've just picked up the rifles now.
Okay.
I'll go through the ammo, go through everything this evening. The tractor drive will be at 6:30 to take me round, and then I'll pick you up at the bottom at 8.
Perfect.
And the plan is to go and look obviously for a nice big crocodile and a good hippo. And hopefully we can get it done sooner than later.
That'd be great.
It's not a very good photo.
Yeah.
Let me just see if there's a better photo.
Thank you very much. That's fantastic. Call it the smile.
Yes, indeed.
So there's that crease
Because
that comes up.
Yes.
It's right in between that crease and the corner of that smile. Is that?
Yes. So, can you see that little hump over there? basically where the bone ends. You see how it's coming up?
It comes up here.
Yep.
Right there.
Right there, where that ball is.
That's where I want to shoot.
Right
there
there.
in there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. And center mass. Just judge.
I don't need up or down, just
no,
center.
in the center.
Okay.
Just, but you need to try and judge the angle.
Morning, Nico.
Morning, Kevin.
Did you bring your puppy?
Yeah, both of them. Yeah, good night's sleep.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, slept a few hours, woke up with 3 meals, slept a few more hours, and morning comes early.
Okay, so welcome Kevin, welcome to Cahora Bassa. We've got a little bit of a cold front that's rolling in, which it does definitely affect our croc hunting. But the water temperature is very low, so that'll help us, because now they have to. The minute we get a little bit of sun, they'll be right out. They'll be right out. So we're going to head over now to go and zero the rifle. Kevin's rifle unfortunately didn't make it through to the Tet airport, but we're hoping today it'll be on and we will have it. But we've got rifles here, so we'll head over to the range, go and shoot, make sure everything's good, and then we go straight into it and hope we find a big crocodile or a big hippo.
Yeah, sounds like a great plan.
Okay, hold it on.
In my mind, I wanted to shoot the first croc I saw over 14 feet, which I think Ryan probably thought I was a little bit ambitious even at 14 feet. Just to the right in the water. Face him now. You know, from a hippo perspective, I really didn't have much of an expectation, just wanted to shoot a really good representative hippo. And then again, the Sunnian red duiker. So that really was my expectation coming in, was to be able to sort of punch those tickets.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
see him come out all the way out of the water.
It seemed like it was coming towards us.
Yeah,
I was hoping
I
he
know, I was
charged
gonna
for some
say,
shot.
let's head that way. They can cover a lot of ground in the
They
water.
can, yeah, they run on the bottom, so.
Writers called us now. That croc that we stopped at, the guy has just burned him now and told that it's come out. So what I've seen here is nothing for us. That's a big croc. I know I've seen it. It's a big croc. I think we should head over there. And it's going to be a bit bouncy in the boat on the way back. There's a bit of rough water. But I think that's the best plan. Shooting the center mass of his spine, just where it meets the smile. He's at a little bit of an angle facing down type of thing, but he'll be fine if you just wait. Try and also get you a shot placement. It's where the smile ends. Yeah, at the bottom, but not too low because of his head angle. Happy. Yeah. Smoke him. You have all the time in the world. Shoot him again behind the shoulder. Back up. Behind the shoulder. Okay, one more. One more in the shoulder, in the back. Further back. Just 1 second, 1 second. Okay, you can go on the shoulder. Excellent. Uyatambo.
All right.
Good shooting, sir. You got yourself a big crocodile. Oh, nice.
It's nice when a plan comes together.
It does. If you just put one just above the shoulder. Just above. Crocodile Dundee. Take off. One, just take off.
Ryan, thank you for a magnificent hunt.
Congratulations.
It was really lovely. We're here in the beautiful Cahora Bassa. We started out this morning a little concerned about the weather. It's actually quite cool given how warm it could be. It's probably just below 80 degrees and cloud covered. So we were concerned that the crocodiles were not going to come out of the water to warm up. But fortunately it did warm up just enough that they started to come out. First stop this morning was actually right here in this small bay. We saw a fisherman and asked him if he had seen the big croc that had been seen here before, and he said, yeah, just right before you showed up, I think you scared it away. and so we went along down looking at a number of different areas, saw a few croc, but nothing that was terribly interesting. Saw quite a few pods of hippos, but again, nothing that really caught our attention. And we were in an area watching some of the crocodiles come up onto the sand, and Ryan got a call from the fisherman saying, hey, the big croc is back. And just then the wind started to kick up. It was a pretty bouncy ride coming back over. But we found a spot to move the boat onto the shore and made our way up, and at about 180 yards or so, we could see it, and it was set up perfectly with its head facing uphill, perfect prone position. We were able to hide behind the rocks and get within about 120 yards and set up. I was sort of in an awkward seated position, but got stable enough to put a good shot. Because he was slightly tilted, was a little bit worried about hitting too high, and so we aimed just slightly lower, and at 120 yards the gun was probably shooting about an inch above the target on the crosshairs. But yeah, first shot found its mark.
Shoot him again behind the shoulder. Back up
And
behind the shoulder.
it started to move around a little bit. A couple more shots in the shoulder. Still kept moving around a little bit. We got a little bit closer. A fourth shot, a little bit back to more of the lungs and area. We started to walk up, and it was still blinking its eyes. It was still kind of opening its mouth. We sat there for, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes waiting for it to expire. One more shot, and it was just then a matter of time for it to expire. And what a beautiful animal. It's a kind of a unique crocodile. We're guessing it's about 14 feet.
14 foot, yeah.
But it has sort of an odd growth on the side of its neck that we certainly couldn't see the way it was angled up. But certainly a lot of character to this crocodile.
Definitely.
It is mating season, so it's a little bit smaller. You can see some of the fight marks on its tail. But really, I mean, these things are just prehistoric looking.
They are.
Really, really beautiful animals.
Yes. Well, congratulations, Kevin. Good shooting. Good shooting.
Tell you, nothing makes a better hunt than a good shot.
Yep, definitely. Definitely well done. Congratulations on your dinosaur.
Thank you.
Chinthuchi chinkati vingari maji kuphara mbuzi kuvingari wanthu mwa asiyapo takomedwambo charani chaphewa tikukomedwa maningo kwakwanisamba kudza chipha azungu ndikutenda kwenekwene waisabasa kwenekwene kuchipha chinthu chimwechi chinkavingari maji mbuzi zamala kupewa pambano na wanthu kuti chinkavingari wanthu tikutenda kwenekwene mwaisabasa. Obrigado.
in between the eye and that ear, right in that
Yes, sir.
indentation. Got
In
it.
that intention. Well, obviously, if the back shot, it facing away from us, is
Yeah.
a really nice shot as
Okay.
well.
And just
then
right
you just
between
go
the ears.
right in the center. You'll see there's like where the crown comes up, just below the crown. There's almost like a V like that.
Yep.
And you just put it in there. That's a very good shot. A frontal, I don't recommend.
Okay.
The frontal, it's just too much room for error because he might have his head tilted down. He might have his lid. So much can go wrong.
He's not huge, and
He's looking to the left.
he's just
No,
looking
look
out
at
towards
us.
us. Yeah,
It does look like the biggest one in the bunch, though.
yeah.
Second one from the right.
Second one
Second
from the
from
right.
the
Yeah. I've seen another one. Bigger head than all of the others. I'd be shitting myself right now if I was in that canoe. One coming this way.
Let's see that.
I think it's better for us to just
Back up.
let's let him have their own space.
Yeah, glad we got the crocodile out of the way. That was perhaps the most concerning for me, given the weather. But I think we'll have a lot of success tomorrow looking for the hippo. We certainly saw plenty of them.
It's a brilliant croc to take. You'll go 14, maybe a little bit more. I think a little bit more, but safe to say 14.
Well, I've been saying 14.3. So
Yeah.
I think we'll be close to that.
They'll be close to that. That's what I was looking at, just from where I paced it out.
Yeah.
Nice croc.
The hippo's a big challenge, and even the way we hunt alligator in the States, right? The only way you can really gauge the size is looking for how long it is from eyeball to snout.
Yes.
Every inch is about a foot.
Yes.
And so that's really how you gauge. Hippos, yeah, you can see bumps, you can see length, but you don't know
until it opens its mouth. You have no idea.
And the body size difference between
yes.
the bulls and the cows are not as extreme as you see with alligators or with crocodiles.
Indeed, and also even if we did have to use body size, it would mean the whole hippo would have to be on land.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
And then you'd still struggle. You look at it and you'll be like, wow.
Well, tusks, I don't know.
So the best way is if you sit on them long enough and then open them out.
Well, we had a little connection problem in Amsterdam. I made the flight, but my rifles did not. So, a stroke of luck, and they've arrived only 1 day late, which is, frankly, a miracle. Barrel, all looks good.
Everything's there.
Yep.
Excellent.
Very good.
So you're going to shoot a hippo with it.
Can't wait.
Since you already shot a crocodile.
Ei! 632. Ah, tá.
Yeah, first three shots were clearly up and left. We actually the first two, and instead of moving it to the right, I moved it to the left, so you get that upper third shot. And then we got it dialed in top bottom, so that one, and then just because of the my scope, I need to swap where the stop is to be able to get it to go lower. I moved to the crosshair up above and was here, so I know in between that at about 70 yards, 75 yards is going to be dead on.
Saw what they were doing there, and they drag it out, and then they just basically everything gets
pulled in.
and then that's where they dry it on top of that stuff there. Cahora Bassa was declared a state of emergency 2-3 weeks ago due to the pressure of netting. The illegal netting has just gone out of control, and there's houses and little shacks everywhere on the lake now.
Agora o primeiro vamos. I think the same Hippo, they are still moving. Obrigado!
Yeah, those nostrils are small. It's the one that I saw in the middle that looked, he was facing away when he came up, that looked like quite a big head. But it's not, it just doesn't have big tusks. It's not what we're looking for. Kevin, so let's go up onto here and then just do a bit of a stalk onto them. Tell the fishermen to move.
Alô, mano! Fotografia do Beco! Mando!
Iwe,
Jogando o Beco! Jogando o Beco!
ama mtazamara tangwali fana tufata kuimba mvuti. Si amara deu cho sabino.
So we've just come over, there's a bunch of fishermen in the back, but it looks like a good hippo ball, so we're gonna set up, let the fishermen clear, and then hopefully get a shot on a big bull hippo. Could be here 5 minutes or we could be here 2 hours. No, I'm actually quite comfortable. Okay, good.
Let's go. Just palm the waves and try and get to that other side. Hands are exactly this way. So we sat for this over an hour now.
And he's just giving us a bit of nostrils and a bit of the back of his head. It looks like a bull, but there's no point sitting here for another 2 hours and then he pops up, and for sure he doesn't have tusks. So we're going to move on now. We're going to go and try and pound the waves and get across. It's probably about 20 kilometers from here.
Cross our fingers.
Yeah. And toes. Let's go right then. I think the one that came up and gave us a good look was actually the one that we were looking at, and I'm not confident to say it's a bull. It looks aggressive, it looks like a bull, but it just doesn't have the long snout. One that we want just won't come any closer. So I don't know whether just to sit here and wait. No, let's move on, because we've sat here now almost 2 hours and they're just not coming any closer.
That's fine. We definitely have time.
It's been a bit of a frustrating afternoon. I think with the group that we left a minute ago, the wind wasn't great, and we sat on them for a couple of hours, and they just didn't want to come in closer, never really got comfortable. So we packed up and went to another location near Crocodile Island. We actually have seen a few hippo here. Ryan had a client here a couple of weeks ago that they had a couple of shots at a nice bull in this area. So we came over here hoping to maybe run into it. We did see a pod. Unfortunately, a fisherman had walked around near where they were and scared them off. And we got in position, waited for them to come up, and they would come up, nostril, and go back down, and then they got spooked further away. So we abandoned that. It's getting close to the end of the day. We're going to look at one more spot and see how that goes. Otherwise, we'll call it a day and try again tomorrow.
We've just seen another 2 cows. I don't know where the bulls are. I'll find them. It's 2-0. A little bit smarter than we are. It's okay.
Finally seen a good, so we're just gonna wait and see. They're on the move again, so we'll just wait and see.
That one's 77. That one's coming across as well.
Mvupa napa.
Can't make this up. Finally get into position. Everything's going well. Does this every day.
There's one on the left.
That was coming this way.
It was just far, basically in line of where he is.
Yep.
It has some of the biggest bumps I've seen.
Okay.
It was the one in front of that one, eh?
That one.
What other hippo to look at? Hopefully get a shot opportunity.
Another crocodile.
Yeah, down over there. Down at the bottom. Yeah, that is the one, but the shot wasn't there. If he comes up again, I think we should take him. It's got big bumps. Can you take that one? Yep. Take him.
Got him?
Looked good. Looked good. Very good.
Yeah, I looked just
In
right
the
at the eye
eye,
level,
yeah.
and it was because he was kind of quartered
Yes.
a little bit away. It was just to the.
Yes. Yeah.
I think we have a hippo.
I think we did. Oh,
What a day.
what a day. These things take a lot of patience.
It was good. I like that.
Yeah, just looking now for
Hungry people.
some of the locals to come, local fishermen to come help us pull it out.
Kaija yako hapa hapo.
Kaja yako kalapo hapo. Tenda na malangata mkubelera.
Ubera nyama.
Tuko kalangati tukangana chinjiracho chimbapita kuna ndala na mbuzi huko. Mukuchona chile chomwe kudapatiwa ng'ombe na nyalukwe kule. Mali nyama mutanga kumangena kibona ni mtimeza. Nada.
Ya hapa. Bera tunaomba.
Village. Let them go back in front of us.
Yeah. Yeah. This.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see blood?
There's the blood.
Blood?
Yes.
Blood.
I think we're gonna have to wait for it to slowly.
Mbuya trava baba.
Ilipo hapa.
Ilipo mbuya sasa ndio kana tudirani. Ya nane ndio tutendani.
Nyama.
Hapa. Nendeni. Ilungane bachenga hapo mapana. Ilungane hapo bachenga hapo. Ya, kwa dinanga kupita kuchate mpafu vyaba. Agora tu namba de jogar um mala tira como nesse na vida.
No, or no.
Tiene, vamos.
Que não.
1, 2, 3.
This crocodile.
Binanga pode parar para tirar de baixo, binanga de tirar. Vamos para el cielo, va.
Ryan, thank you so much. What a great hunt.
Excellent.
This was not as easy as it may seem. Not that we didn't see any hippos. We probably saw 50 or 60 hippos over the last 2 days. But it was kind of tough weather conditions. We had a lot of wind, and oftentimes when we would find a pod that we knew had a bull, we just couldn't get positioned right, or they would they'd catch a wind and they'd be off. This morning looked a little bit better. We went to one of the locations that we had seen a couple of large hippos, and unfortunately they weren't exactly where we expected them to be. But this area that I guess you've affectionately called Crocodile Island, has been good to us. We did see a number of crocs today. Got sunny, and so a lot of the crocs enjoyed the sunshine here on the beaches. But we did spot a large pod of hippos, probably 8 to 10, and we stalked them from the other island over here, but they didn't smell us because they were out before we even got on top of them. So we went around, parked the boat, and walked up top and watched them for a long time. It's probably 2 hours behind cover, and we were ready to move on. And as we walked down, just towards the shore, we started to make a little noise, throwing some rocks in the water, and they seemed to get very curious. I don't think any of the hippos really stayed above the waterline for more than a couple of seconds. And fortunately, we got set up. Ryan said, "Go grab your rifle, set up here and be ready." And he walked to the water, threw some rocks in, and this hippo, actually only about 60 yards away, came up, and Ryan, I think you said, "That's your hippo."
That's your hippo.
And so we got set up, and he said when it comes up, we agreed on exactly which one it was and the location, and it came up and looked at us for about 3 seconds. And Ryan, I think you said, "Can you take the shot?" I said, "Yes." I said, "Take the shot," and broke, and one shot. And Ryan, why don't you describe kind of how it reacted, because I was in the glass, so I was not sure what it looked like.
So, I suppose. Okay, so it did this here basically straight up the shot. It went and sunk. So, no, it was very well placed shot. It was a tight angle. The angle wasn't in our favor, but that went straight into the brain and lights out. It's been a couple of tough days hunting hippo. As you said, the weather hasn't been great, and we're very fortunate to get such a nice hippo. With time as well, at least we can process it and get everything done.
And it's kind of interesting because the tusks are rather large.
Yeah.
It's a really nice hippo, but it's got this what appears to be a snare that had been around its neck.
It must have been when it was very small, very young, and it just over time it just healed around it, and. I suppose I've never seen one like that.
Yeah,
so
it's very interesting, but
very interesting.
Pretty marked up. Certainly,
lots of scars, battle
very
wounds.
mature.
Yeah.
And then Ryan, one of the things that is really special about this area is the support and help from the village communities. And after we shot the hippo, it does take anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours for the hippo to float.
Indeed.
And so during that time, we went around and rallied some of the village folks to come and help. And why don't you talk a little bit about what this means to them as a community?
Yes. So basically, Kevin, which I've explained before, this is a campfire area. So we hunt amongst the local fishermen, and a little bit of information from here and there about where they are, and in return we try and obviously give back. And not only is this a trophy for yourself, but this will feed a lot of local fishermen. If you look around us, this was all in a short period of time, and we've got 20-30 guys ready for meat. So this is excellent. Well done again, man, Kevin.
Thank you very much.
Very good shooting. Excellent.